this is Duntov. So today is Monday, October 13th, 2025. So as you can see here, I'm driving down Las Vegas Boulevard. So we are coming up, we got the airport here. We're coming up to the Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas sign. That's over here right to the left, and then to the right you can see this tower crane. That is the Dream Hotel site, which has been pretty much shut down. I guess they didn't have enough money, so they actually, from what I read, they gave the site to one of the construction companies because they couldn't pay the bill. So that is done. Alright, so this is Russell Road right here. So Russell to Tropicana is about 1 mile, and then from Tropicana to Flamingo is another mile, and then to Spring Mountain would be another mile. So about 3 miles away is the what do I want to say, the old Mirage site. So it will be the I can't think today while I'm driving here, the guitar tower. So if we look straight ahead, this is as far as I could zoom, but this car right in front of me, right over the top of that car, if you look straight in the middle of the frame there, that you could see the tower cranes, and that is the guitar tower starting to go up. So it is going to be a big presence on the strip. We're like probably 2.5 miles away from it. You know, I mean, you got all these other big hotels down the road, but they're like off the road a little bit, where that guitar tower, as we get closer, you'll see what I'm talking about, since we're so far away right now. But it's gonna be big. We're gonna see that. It's gonna look like it's straight down in the middle of the strip from this location. You can see the MGM Grand, and then there's Aria and all that back there, and then straight ahead is the Trump Tower. It's gonna block that, and you gotta remember that Trump Tower is not on the strip, that's behind the strip, so the strip kind of turns a little bit as you drive down. Alright, here's the beautiful Ferris wheel that never got finished. And then we got the Tropicana site coming up down this way. Oh, they actually moved. They were working on the water lines under the road here. You can see they cleaned that up, because they were blocking some of the lanes here, but right now it's cleaned up. All right, these people, I don't know how well you could see it, but if you could see the glare, there's like the gold glare off of the Mandalay Bay site, just from the reflection. Okay, so we got these baseball park over here. We could see all the cranes are up, and there is my billboard that I would love to have, rooted in the heart of Raider Nation. Alright, but we got the site. It looks like when I was here last week, they were starting to put together another crane, and we could see that crane sticking up right there. So they have a smaller crane on site. Alright, so this is coming up to Tropicana. And of course I'm going to be behind a big bus, so let me move over. Alright, as we continue, I'll continue the video. Alright, I just crossed Tropicana. So we can see over here, we got New York, New York on this side, and then Park MGM. And then they have all these shops on this side here. As we drive down a little bit, they are building, I think it's going to be the world's largest In-N-Out burger. It's supposed to open, I think, early next year. So as we go by, we'll see if we can see any of that construction going up. I think it's at the boulevard, if I'm not mistaken. I do see a sign right over the, if you look at the, you can see the Eiffel Tower, then there's a sign right by the stoplights there, the boulevard. I think that's where that's going to be going. So we'll see as we get closer. Alright, another thing going on, they are starting to do a lot more for the Formula One track. Alright, well, this is the place I thought that In-N-Out Burger is going, but from this side it don't look like it. So I don't know if it's around the other side of it or not, but it's supposed to have one going somewhere over here. Alright, but over here we can see this is Harmon. This is where the Formula One track turns. It'll go down this way, down Harmon, and that takes you to where the actual start and finish line is. We can see over here they're starting to put up the lighting. Got some, even some rigging in the middle of the street over there on the in the median. So this is the time of the year that us locals that work on the strip, we do not like Formula One, just because of all the road closures and, you know, setting everything up for the next month before the race, and then another month for them to take everything apart. Alright, so we got the car right in front of me, and if we zoom in above that, you look under that pedestrian walkway, we're able to see the guitar tower. You could, Treasure Island's behind it a little bit, and then you could see one of the Caesar's Palace signs. If we look over here, you can see all the rigging going in, and then look in front of the Bellagio. They got all the grandstands and stuff going in. So basically, the show is blocked now. You won't be able to see the. Go to the side here. So this is all for Formula One. There's all the grandstands, and then they even have like the glass area for like VIP stuff. So pretty much the water show is, you know, blocked for like a month and a half, 2 months. Alright, this is Flamingo Road. So Caesar's Palace is right here, and then next to that will be the future Hard Rock. And look how big, it still looks like the tower is in front of us. Really changing. Let me show over here though real quick. You can see there's some like construction going on at Caesar's Palace. So that is gonna be, I think, for their day club. I think it's the Omnia. So that's what they were building there. Alright, we can see the lighting going up over there, and then we got the tower. So I'm going to make my way over to the Treasure Island and park, and then we will get, you know, I'll come out. So here we go. Let me put my window down while we're at the light. So you can see all the rigging now going up again for the track. Alright, so since the last time I was here, we can see they do have another row of glass going in there. So I'm gonna make my way to the Treasure Island, then we'll come out. I will probably stand across the street over here. I usually stand, you can see the giant McDonald's arch. I stand by the road there to get the view of the tower to zoom in. We got some kind of construction guy here taking some videos or pictures. Okay, I just made my way over. I'm at the Venetian here. We can see this front crane is lowering something down. Couldn't really tell what that was, if it was like a form or not. Alright, I wanted to stop on this spot here. We can see get a good view of this north facing side of the new tower. And I can actually see that they're putting a piece of glass. See it right there. Well, we should have the arm up above. Yeah, so they stick the arm out like 2 floors above. And this is kind of a little, looks like a little pie shape, so that should be going down on the bottom over here somewhere. So right now it looks like it's, you know, the inside view. Let's see if they turn it around here. Someone behind it where they're doing something to the glass. Now they're starting to lower it. Yeah, it looks like they're going to spin it around now. I'm just trying to figure out, because we can see a little bit of a reflection there, but then it's how it's got the white panels. So I am assuming this is the inside. But if it is the inside, then the angle that it's on seems like it wouldn't be right, you know, to make those the shape of the guitar tower. So curious to see how this piece is gonna fit. Looks like they're working on something, I guess, before they do. You can see there's the person holding the guide rope, but then someone behind there is doing something back there. Alright, while we're waiting to see what they do with that, they did add an looks like a whole nother row of glass since I was here last week. They pretty much had the one row going all the way across, and now we can see these bigger panes of glass that have gone across. Except right there you can see those are the bracing for the tower. Alright, so we can see it looks like that fits there, so maybe there's some kind of protective film on this piece of glass. Or it's just doesn't have the colored glass on this area. Not sure, because it looks like it goes right there. You can see the shape of it, how it fits up against this area. Looks like there's some kind of mount right there. It should just slide right on top. There you go there, and then it looks like maybe 2 panels of glass will fit in that open area right next to it. Alright, so it's filling in. And if we look, alright, so as I'm looking at this glass, we look at the level right underneath it, and we can see, if you remember, they had some of the like steel studs going in on some of the levels, and on this lower level you can see they are actually finishing some of the walls in there. I would assume these lower levels are going to be, you can see how much bigger they are, how tall those levels are compared to the ones above it. So my guess would be these would be more like, you know, they're not going to be the regular rooms here, so because they're just a lot taller and doesn't appear to be. Okay, if you saw my video last week, I was talking about this, the back tower crane. It looks like they have raised it up. I don't know if it's like an optical illusion, but from where I'm standing, the new levels, if you follow it up, it seems like it, it's probably an optical illusion, but from here it looks like it tilts back a little bit, like it tilts a little to the right. I don't know if you could see it on the video or not, but from here it seems like it just a little bit. Like if you it starts like kind of where they look like they would have added on. Could be wrong, but interesting. Maybe that's why they, you know, got to keep putting the braces then as it goes taller, just to keep it stabilized. Right here, this is the old Mirage entrance sign. That's at gate 2. You can see the gate 2 sign over there. And then right above it, we could see now. Last week when I was here, they did not have any of the track lighting going in yet, and we could see it going down the strip. And last year they did have some grandstands over here at the Venetian. I'm assuming they'll put more, but it doesn't look like, from where I'm at right now, I don't see anything that's where they started building them yet. You know, closer to race, then of course, you know, more and more stuff will be going in. Alright, I'm gonna make my way down a little bit, and eventually I'm gonna end up down by the McDonald's sign to get a street view of the south facing side. Alright, I had to stop over here because they're actually working on the floor here, so I can't go record down anymore. Alright, but one thing I'm noticing is if you look at this big column that's in the way, right behind that, right above the glass, they have something sticking out over here. Some kind of like platform. Not really sure what that is. That might be where they like load stuff to the different floors, I don't know. If we go to the side here, they're downloading something else. This is the front crane again, bringing stuff down. You can see a lot of the forms. Those are like the column forms, all just waiting to be used again. I just want to show the old Mirage tower here. It's going to be right behind. We got these street lights and the lighting for the Formula One, but it still looks like we got some of this blue glass right there. Don't know if that's going to be the glass they're going to switch it all out to, or if that was just like a wrap. Kind of looks like the regular glass. There you go. Alright, I'm going to make my way down to the street level. Over here it's loud with them working on the flooring over here, so just let me check what they're doing with this one piece of this glass panel we saw them lifting. See if we could see like how they're mounting it in there since it's on the end. Alright, you can see the straps are still hooked up to it. Now if we go up, you'll see the arm all the way up. And then there you go, you get a good view of all the steel studs. I think that was the stairwell that's behind all that. You can see it going all the way up. If I'm not mistaken, that was the stairwell going up over there. Alright, I'm going to make my way to Street View. Okay, I made my way to street level here. So this would be the south facing view of the guitar tower. Alright, so first thing we can notice is the lighting going in for the track. Imagine this is the like straightaway. It starts down by Treasure Island. That's where they turn on to the boulevard and they go all the way to where I was showing, like in front of the Aria. So it goes from Spring Mountain all the way to Harmon. So they're probably hitting you over 200 miles an hour going down the strip right here. It's got to be a crazy sight. I've only saw it on TV. I've never been to one of the races, so I'm sure it's a little crazy. All right, well here we go. You can see the next level of glass going in up here. Doesn't look like they're putting anything in right now. I don't see the arms sticking out anywhere up here. So the one thing that I do know they're gonna have is the guitar will have like a light show. So they will have like LED lights and stuff somewhere on the glass. I'm assuming by, each of the connecting points. Someone did say that they saw them testing out the LEDs. I haven't seen it on this glass. I haven't been by here at night, but I have seen them testing it on that sample glass. I don't think we could see it here right now, but it's the one that's down on top of the parking structure down that way. I have seen them testing the LEDs on that glass before. It was in one of my videos, but I couldn't tell you like exactly how long ago that one was. It's been a while ago. I'd say like beginning of summer. Alright, I can see the back crane spinning around. We'll see if we could see anything from this view, if they're carrying anything. There you go, you can see it's got some steel.
Way behind schedule.
You can see the pump arms up there. Neither one of them on this side are being used, so it looks like they're still setting up all the forms and everything before they start pouring any of the floors, or you could actually see the rebar cages for the columns. They don't have any forms around them yet, so. All right, let's look over. I could see if we look at the glass, and we look to the right of the glass, you can see some of the walls that have been put in, a better view. So the more glass going in, the more these lower rooms are going to get finished. Here's another piece of glass, just like that wedge one, where they have the white on it. I would say that's got to be some kind of wrap, because, like a protective film, because I don't... Got the trucks and stuff going by here. You can see even the little pieces, that little triangle and then that rectangle one also. I'm not sure the reasoning of that one yet. If you remember my video last week, they were actually running some kind of wire like along the tops of the glass, so I'm wondering if that would be something to do with the LED. I can't make out what they're working on over here. That says something there, Harmon. Looks like there might be some kind of wire right there. I don't know. want to show the old Mirage marquee sign. It looks like they got most of it stripped down now. Remember when I was here last week, they had, I talked to one of the construction guys, and he said they were just stripping it down, that it will be reused for the hard rock. And it looks like most of it is stripped out now, where it's more just the, you know, steel structure. You can't see all the cables coming down though still, where it lifts up the platforms that they use to work on it. And then if we pan to the right, you can see there's them two cranes behind the building there. That is where they're building a theater. So if you follow along, you know, I'll try to get out there in my next video here. That one's just longer to get to because I got to park at Caesars, walk through the parking structures to get there. You know, so that's why I'm not there as often, just because of the, it's a little harder to get in and out of that place. But I'll try to get over there. As I was walking up, it looked like when I was on the level over there at the Venetian, looked like you could see the rebar coming up over that top of that back building. So it's getting taller. So next video, get it. If you're not following and you would like to follow along, you know, please subscribe to my channel, Raiders1967, to get the updates on this build, as well as the new athletics ballpark going in at the old Tropicana site. All right, we got this the back crane again, spinning around. Probably going to deliver some more of the rebar. No, that kind of looks like the tension cables they put in the different floors. If I had to guess, that's what I would say those are. You know, they're getting all this next floor level, getting it all ready, and those should be the tension cables that go in it. I want to get back over here to this lower side. So this is the area they recently tore the front of the building off over here. Still not sure what they're working on, but they got the drill rig. You can see the drill rig, as well as they got this little blue crane over here. But every time I'm here, I've never seen them using the crane. I'm just curious what they're using it to lift or put into place. And then if we look into the building area, well, that part goes through, you know, to back by where the theater's getting built. Let's try to see inside there. And then where the iron workers are building their, where they put up the structure over the atrium site, we can see from here that part of it has been enclosed. If we look underneath that area, you can see right there. And then it looks like the center is still open a little bit. Yeah, right there you can see through it. And then they got some kind of, oh, big bus. Then they got some kind of platform that kind of lines up. It's a little bit lower though of the level right there on the new tower. And then you can see the green stuff going in. I don't know if that's going to be some kind of scaffolding or if those are some kind of braces for something. But I don't see any of the construction crew in that area doing any work right now. Alright, I guess that's all I got for today. So again, if there's anything you like about the video, if you could give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate that. And also, if you have any questions, comments, criticism, anything, leave me a comment. I try to read them all. You know, I might not reply to them all, but I do pretty much see them all. So I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and I will talk with you guys next time.